Please watch for a special announcement from District Governor Gregory S. Wilson.
Good afternoon. This is Gregory S. Wilson, District Governor for District 14M, with a very, very important message. This deals with our per capita situation that we have going on in the district right now. I was emailed by our district cabinet treasurer and our district cabinet secretary, and there are a lot of clubs who have not yet paid their per capita dues to District 14M. The district per capita dues were emailed to each prospective club several months ago. Now, if you did not get the email, I ask you to check your junk mailbox to find out if your system put it in the junk mailbox. That could be the problem. If it's not even there, then your address is not correct in the portal, or you didn't put your information into the portal. As you go through the directory, you will see there are clubs that their information is not in the portal. That is because the information, when it was downloaded from the portal, didn't exist. Okay? So, there is no due date on the per capita letter. However, that doesn't mean you wait till December 31st to put it in or to send your check. The checks are due upon receipt of the bill. There are steps that the district can take to sanction a club who does not pay its per capita, besides stopping you from voting at the District 14M convention that will be held next year. This was a problem last year, and when I saw how much of a problem it was, I said, this will not be a problem next year. So, clubs, though they may have a voting delegate, will not be allowed to vote in the convention if they have not paid their per capita. We are moving to a online voting portal that will have a computer, and in that computer it will know who can vote and who cannot vote. And when you go to vote, when you put in your credential, it will check, and if you cannot vote, the computer will just not accept your vote. Okay? So the delinquency also can be reported to Lions International, and they will place the entire club into what's called status quo mode. And this is whereby that the charter of that club can be taken away from you if that bill is not paid. I invite you to look this up. It can be found in the bylaws manual on page 3, chapter 5, on obligations of chartered clubs. The district uses the per capita funds to drive the district and pay for its expenses. So it's not like we don't need the money. We do need the money from these clubs. Therefore, if you haven't paid your district per capita yet, please get it paid as soon as possible, because I will make a report to LCI on clubs who have not paid, and I will let LCI then deal with the problem. The correct procedure, and I will go over this with you now because I've had a couple clubs who were very angered that the secretary gets the bill. Well, I'm sorry, that's part of the Constitution, rules, and bylaws of District 14M and also LCI, and how it handles club billings and stuff like that. So the correct procedure is that the district cabinet secretary create the bill and send it to the secretary of the club. The secretary of the club then forwards that bill to the treasurer. The treasurer then pays the bill, gives it back to the secretary, who in turn then mails it back to the district cabinet secretary, and then it is processed. The district cabinet secretary will mark in her records or his records that the bill has been paid, and then forward that check on to the district cabinet treasurer, who will then deposit it in the account. The same procedure holds true for the state, and the same procedure holds true for LCI. So, There are quite a number of clubs who have not paid their per capita yet. I am going to be mailing U.S. Postal Mail, mailing a yellow sheet that will be put into an envelope and sent to all the clubs who still owe. Please get this bill paid. All you have to do once you get it is give it to your treasurer. Your treasurer will then write the check out, and then you send it back to our district cabinet secretary, Krista Sabatula, whose address is being shown on the bottom of the screen. And also, her address is also on the yellow billing itself. I would invite you to come to the next cabinet meeting so that we can discuss this further, and also come to the cabinet meeting and make sure that your information in the Lion portal is correct, because that is the place where everything happens now. It all happens in the Lion portal. If you do not know how to use the Lion portal, you need to either contact me or contact a past district governor or Gloria Schmalz, and they will get back to me, and we will find a way to get this taught to you so that you know how to use the portal. LCI has made a new rule that everything has to go through the portal, and if it doesn't go through the portal, they consider your club didn't even do the event. And if you're looking for a Club Excellence Award, there are no more applications for it. Everything goes through the portal. Salesforce, which is the language that the portal is written in, will tag clubs who qualify for the Club Excellence Award. They also go over all of the accounting functions and everything else for every single club. So I am telling you again, if you have not paid your district per capita dues, or you have not paid your membership dues to LCI, I would hope that you would get those paid immediately so that your club doesn't be going into status quo mode. In status quo mode, you can read about it and everything. Your club is then sanctioned from doing a lot of things until those bills are paid. Okay, so I hate to be so stern, however, this is the rule set by Lions International. So everybody have a good day. Get the word out that these bills have to be paid. And we'll talk to everybody later in another announcements video.